Congratulations, Grandpa, you're at triple digits. Oh yeah, happy birthday. I love you.
Hello, Mr. Deschenes. Happy 100th birthday, Chauncey. Congratulations on this amazing milestone. You are truly blessed. I feel very honored and blessed to be around you, talking with you, laughing with you, and learning more from you every day. One of the lessons you taught me is patience. You have learned to understand and accept my broken English, and I'm sure that took a lot of patience to do that. I wish you a very special birthday and looking forward to many ahead. God bless you, Chauncey. Happy 100th birthday. I love you, Chauncey.
Hi, Chauncey. You are 100 years old. This is an amazing thing. But for those of us who have known you for a long time, like me, I can say that I am not at all surprised. You have always been the picture of health, taking care of yourself so well, continually young at heart, and have been blessed with brilliant Deschenes intelligence. All of this, I am sure, contributed to your longevity. And your sons and grandsons have that Deschenes intelligence too. I was so fortunate, and I have to thank God, that in 1979 I met Tom. I can't imagine my life going any other direction. Not only did Tom and I create a perfect union and beautiful children, I married into a wonderful family, an almost perfect family. Chauncey, I could have not had a nicer, sweeter, or more handsome father-in-law. I particularly enjoyed all of the health tips you always gave us to promote a better life. Remember the yucky green stuff you mixed up and drank religiously? Tom and I tried it because it was healthy and you said it was the thing to do, but it tasted awful. And I really couldn't do it. You did that, and it was a smart thing to do because I am sure it is one of the reasons you are here with us today. I always enjoyed the way you and Tom interacted over the years. He loved to do things with you and and Joe and do things with the family, and he loved you guys so much. Some of the best memories over the years were all of the things we did as an extended family. All of the trips, the American Adventure campgrounds, the ocean, Alaska, Leavenworth, Disneyland, it goes on and on. Tom and I were so thankful of how involved you were with the grandchildren, the little darlings that they were, and they still are. You taught them many things. After Tom died, I don't know what I would have done without you and Joe. You were always there for us and the entire family. One great thing about living to be 100 years old is that you have lived to make so many more great memories than anyone else, that we all will cherish forever. So, very, very happy 100th birthday.
When I think of Chauncey, I think of how incredibly sweet he is and how caring he is about all of us and his family, even those that are a little bit later to the party than others. And I've always felt so appreciative of how welcomed he's made me feel. Some of the things that I like most about Chauncey are his ability to storytell. Hearing about either machine shop and metalworking, or hearing about Pasco and the Naval Yard and hitchhiking here and there, or camping. Whatever story he is telling, no matter what the content is, it's entertaining and it's funny, and it's usually somehow comes with a lesson in the middle of it. I'm so thankful to know you and to be a part of the group that you call family. It's a very special group to be a part of, and you've made it to 100 years. It's such an accomplishment, and this year is a milestone year for you, and I just want to say happy birthday, happy 100th, Chauncey, and thank you for just being you.
My dearest Uncle Chauncey, hi. I'm confident that you know how important you are to me and how much of an influence you've been on my life, and how you were an essential part of my very best memories, and how much I valued the awesome vacations that I got to take with you, and that you know you're the reason I wish I lived in Washington, and how much I love you. And because I'm confident you know all of that, I struggled with what to say in your happy 100th birthday video. But I had a chance recently to talk to a good friend and tell them about you and why you meant so much to me. And she had a great response. She said, well, that sounds like unconditional love. And she's 100% right. You have always given me the gift of unconditional love, truly priceless. Your gift of unconditional love helped form who I am today. Good, bad, and indifferent, mostly pretty good. And I am forever grateful for that. So happy 100th birthday, Uncle Chauncey. I'm grateful for you every day. So glad you made it to this incredible milestone. I'm proud to be your favorite youngest niece. And when we get fully out of this pandemic, I can't wait to come and get a really big hug. So happy birthday. I love you. Bye.
Hey, Grandpa.
Hey, Grandpa.
Sharice and Scott. Just wishing you a 100th birthday.
Happy birthday.
I saw that happy birthday, Grandpa, that only 1.7 people out of 10,000 turned 100 years old. And out of those people, only 17% are men, so congratulations. As always, you're always setting trends for everybody. I just want to thank you for being a great grandfather. The years where you come down from Alaska and we would go out to Tom's Lake, you didn't get mad at me the time that I snagged a duck with my fishing pole, and you stood up to the people that wanted to kill me after I did that, especially the environmentalists. So thank you very much. And I love you, so thank you.
Grandpa, I love you so much. Thank you for the years of kindness and gratitude from you and Grandma and everything you've given to the family. And you show true joy. We love you. Happy birthday.
Love you too. Bye.
Hello, Dad. I've been very slow in getting started on this film. I think I'm trying to come up with something that will be fitting and appropriate for a 100-year birthday. Well, I don't think I could ever do it. So I'm just going to, wasn't about you being, the film isn't about you being 100 years old. It's all about our life together. The 100th birthday is the perfect occasion to talk about that. So, it's never been our way to discuss how we feel about each other, and I'm okay with that. It was started well over 68 years ago. But here we are, and there are many things I would like you to know. First is just how important you have been in my life. You have always been there with advice or just a slap on the back. And the really great thing was that I knew you would be there. After what had been a rocky start in life, Mom, Don, and I found our rock. You weren't Superman, but we didn't want Superman. We wanted everything in the world. You were everything in the world we needed. I won't apologize for being a pill all too often in my teens. I was, I know, but apparently that's what normal kids do at that age. Who knows? Some of the fun stuff for me to remember is Mom talking about the second time she met you at the Spanish Castle Ballroom. She was introducing you all night long as Frank. Everybody else. That was funny. Another treasured memory I have is of our cabin and the times we had there. I think Don described it best when he talked about making memories. I don't think we would have picked a cabin as something we should have, but what a great choice it was. It was also a place where we were family. We made some really great memories there. Then Tom came along, and things got bigger and better. Tom was a great addition to the family. I am so glad you kept him. He was a lot of fun. And of course there was the Boy Scouts. What a great organization they used to be. We didn't set the world on fire in Troop 224. Not the way that Tom's troop did. They did everything spectacularly. But we had a great time. You were the assistant scout master. You worked 6 days a week. You would work on Saturday and then come up wherever we had chosen to camp that night. We told you beforehand, of course. Generally arriving just a little after dinner. Real testament to your stick-to-itiveness and dedication to being there where we needed you. Never appreciated that until I got older. I think I had the greatest example of what being a man was all about. You didn't spend a great deal of time explaining the how, what, and why of your actions. You just did them. You didn't talk about how much you cared for someone. You just showed them. Anytime they needed your help. You truly are my hero, Dad. Of course, I have to mention how you have handled the last 5 years. Losing Mom was a real hard blow. Losing your ability to walk was hard for you to adjust to. The indignities that came along with growing old have been many and uncomfortable for you, but you have never bitched or moaned about them. And I'm all in awe of that, because you had a lot to complain about. And you're walking out to the side of a lot of those things with a very positive attitude. I'm very proud of you, Dad, and how you handle those things. And finally, I just want to tell you I love you. You've been an important part of my life, and I'm glad you were there. Thanks.
Hi, Chauncey. It's Ed and Holly. We're here to wish you a happy birthday, but also just to congratulate you. I'm going to let Holly go first since she met you first. Go ahead, Holly.
Happy birthday, Chauncey. Just so excited for you to turn 100. You know, I've been really grateful that I got to meet you and Joe. I think about people that you meet in your life that are 1 in a million, and you and Joe are that kind of person. I'm grateful that you shared your love with me, and you were so good to me. And I'm grateful you shared your family with me and your love story, your story about the boys and the business and the cabin and your trips all over you went on. I'm just so grateful that I got to be a part of your life for but it was just a short time, but it was wonderful. Happy birthday. I know Joe is cheering you on. She always wanted you to make it to 100. Love you. Happy birthday.
Chauncey, I was born in 1947 after World War II. When I was growing up, my uncles and other people that I knew that were vets during World War II I had a great appreciation for. And when I met you and found out you were a World War II vet, I was impressed. I was also impressed that you were in the Navy, because I was in the Navy, different war, different era, but we have that commonality. Times when I came over to visit you and we would sit down and talk, and it was nice to be able to converse with a vet and just find out a little bit about your life. I enjoyed your friendship, and I was glad that I could call you a friend. I just wish you'd get out of the hospital and come home so we can celebrate that birthday party coming up. Anyway, I love you. You take care and be safe.
Happy birthday. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, Grandpa Chauncey. 100 years. Isn't that amazing how time flies? Thinking about that, I realize that I've been in your life, or the Deschenes clan, for over 50 years. And as I look back, moving into that Columbia Ridge neighborhood, my house and your house, they were identical footprints. But when I had visited your house, you had enlarged it by building a bedroom and a bathroom and a rec room, and that rec room had heated floors. I had never heard of that, and it was in the very early 60s. I thought, this is one creative fellow. Don loves to talk to friends around here about your imagination and how you had figured out a mechanism where you could bring the water from the stream behind the cabin at Lake Cochise and have it pump itself up to the cabin above it, having the water go all the way into the kitchen sink. I can't even imagine myself thinking about that. Another thing that I love that you made is you built that jet boat. And oh, the fun we would have on the lake up there. I couldn't water ski, but it seemed like just about everybody else who tried could. And I was amazed that you built that. Finally, when Don and I were first married, you and Joe had purchased the trailer park, and you had built or enlarged it and improved it to such a wonderful extent that when I came there, I could see flowers and nice clean pavement and people that showed a lot of pride in their homes. And that was your creativity and your hard work, I must say. The second characteristic that really impressed me most of all was when Tom had unexpectedly died. And everyone was in shock, but you seemed to have this profound quiet and calmness about you. And you and Joe together just wrapped Kathy Sue and those little boys into your loving arms, and they were immensely a part of your care. And I have to admit, you took some wonderful road trips with them. So these are two things that have really, really impressed me over time. And I see it now, and all the offspring, those male boys, those Deschenes boys that you have. So God bless you, CJ, and thank you so much for being such an inspiration to me. Bye-bye.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. It's amazing to think that you are 100 years. And in the 38 years that I've known you, you have looked almost exactly the same. And in that time, I've always valued the nuggets of information that I've gotten from you, whether it's just hanging out and watching you in the shop. I was a little bit too young to really get in there and turn metal and run a mill and all those things. But just watching you do those things was always fascinating. And I mean, just the learning odds and ends things, like, you know, you're pulling a hill with a trailer, you go up it in the same gear you go down it. And how fast a drill bit should twist, or how fast a drill bit should spin, depending on the size, and just things like that most everybody around me I've ever known knows nothing about, and it makes those bits of information that much more valuable to me. I love always sitting around the kitchen table talking about how things were done when, you know, during the war, during, you know, it's as time went on, and how things are done now, or versus how they're done now. It's amazing to see a lot of the similarities, things that have continued to endure, and a lot of things that have gone to the wayside, but there's still value in knowing those things. A lot of it was, a lot of time with you was just spent talking in these last few years, and hearing stories about Dad and all the things he would do to try to make everything he touched go faster, and the way the things you'd work together on. And just, it makes me glad that you were around to share those moments. I've always been impressed by the way that you, like, nothing seemed to outwardly shake you, nothing seemed to make you upset. You could tell when you were upset, but you were never outwardly upset. And upset or shaken or scared or anything, you're always about as cool as can be. And the funniest moment I can think of when that rang very true was that fateful morning at the cabin when you came out of the outhouse after the floor had collapsed out from under you, while holding the propane tank up and salvaging what you could, while pulling your pants up and escaping certain certain death, as you will, and just came into the kitchen and said, "Oh, the floor fell in," and those are just a few things I can remember, a few things I think off the top of my head, and I just want to say I love you, and I hope we can continue to talk from here until whenever, and I'll always enjoy that. So, happy birthday, Grandpa.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. It's very exciting for you to become 100 years old. And I'm sitting here next to your old truck, Tippy Canoe, when you would travel in your travel trailer from place to and from. And did you know that in 1976, you were 55 years old? Unbelievable to know that it's been 45 years that this truck's been made, and that much time has passed. I really appreciate the time that we had when you would show me around your shop. Even though I was very young, I still learned a lot by watching you. Your shop is kind of very much similar to my garage. It's a mess, but that must be what happens. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You taught me to grow tomatoes, and the tomatoes at your Kent house were really good. and I kind of followed in your footsteps and wanted to grow my own. Your dedication to your family, your friends, especially when we would go to the American Adventure Parks, whether it was Hood River, Soap Lake, out Ocean Shores, the way you would greet people. Even to this day, I will use the term howdy because I know that you used it and how well people responded to such greeting. And I mean, I just want to thank you for being a wonderful teacher, showing us, I guess, proper ways to behave, proper ways to be polite, proper ways to treat other human beings. So I'll sign off by saying happy 100th birthday. What an amazing accomplishment. And I guess right here is one of your legacies, and I hope to treat it very well and do good with it and tell others your story while we go and travel around and tow our trailer with it. So with that, again, happy 100th birthday.
Cool.
Hi, Chauncey. This is Rita. Well, kiddo, you did it. In fact, next Saturday, you'll be starting your 101st year alive on this planet, as Lucy would say. There are so many good things I have learned from you, and so many nice memories. It's hard to pick out my favorites, even just a few. So it started around 40-some years ago for me, and going to square dancing, and with you and Joe, and how much fun did we all have? We laughed, and how many good friends you had. Thousands, for sure. Maybe pretty close to 1 million by now. To know you is to love you. All right, my very best memory so far was one of the early mornings that recently that we spent together waiting for Lucy to come. You told me that I was an angel. It's in a special place in my heart. I am so happy that you are in my life. I love you lots.
Hey, Grandpa! Thank you for teaching me how to work so hard and to like working on projects.
Thank you, Grandpa, for teaching me that family comes first and to live in the moment with everyone.
Thank you, Grandpa, for so kind to me and Bodhi, and love you.
Thanks for everything.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Happy birthday.
Hey, Grandpa, happy birthday. Happy 100th birthday, I should say. Just an incredible milestone for an incredible man. You have been an absolute exemplary person to watch my entire life. And I can speak for everyone who's their entire life. Most for their entire life as well. I just wanted to, a lot of the guys, my brothers, my cousins, they're probably going to talk about some of the invaluable handyman stuff that taught them. Well, I wasn't as into that stuff as much growing up. So one thing that I took from you that is one of the greatest lessons, and I think all of us have taken from you, is just watching you be an exemplary man, and a great husband, great father, great grandpa, and great friend from those friends I've talked to. And one of these things is to see how what a good marriage, what a successful marriage. There's two parts to that. That's something that in this family, we have so many men in it, born in specifically. It's really important to have someone that's a great role model, and a lot of people have adults like that. Someone you could go, I gotta be like that. And that's exactly what I appreciate so much.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. I know I haven't been a part of the family for very long, but I just feel a part of it. I have welcome and love by everyone, especially yourself. And I guess one thing that I've already recognized from you, I think is being a wonderful person, is just how important family is and how the time that it is spent together and for part of that. And I hope you have a wonderful 100th birthday.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. I love you very much.
Happy 100th birthday, Dad. That's a lot of colonoscopies. Hoping you have a great day and thinking about the many things you taught me. 1, have patience. Your boys will turn out okay. And they did. 2, the road to success is not always a straight line. It has more turns than Joe Biden. 3, stay busy and you'll stay happy. 4, be conservative in life. Don't go for the bright, shiny toys. They don't last. And 5, deeds count more than words. Wishing you a happy birthday and many more.